Oh, he's down. Broken ankle.
I went to Kenya to play hockey, but I also went there to play roller hockey too. On the last day, we drove out to this Olympic Village kind of place. There were all these stadiums everywhere. I thought like, okay, this will be sweet. It's like an inline hockey rink. No, it was just a parking lot and the kids were waiting for us. There's probably like 10, 15 kids. And they were extremely aggressive. Like they were flying. I had never played, I should back up. I had never played inline hockey. So there was a guy on the trip named Chris who had a lot of experience doing it. I asked him for his advice.
So every wheel has a different hardness, and if let's say you're a big guy, you don't want a soft wheel because you're going to listen to the floor.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think the wheel softness, hardness is going to matter at all for me?
No.
I'm playing with these kids and they're just ripping down, back up and down, like very fast. And I don't really know how to stop. Like it's not that evident how you stop.
So that's what we're working with. And I think it's gonna go really poorly.
But these kids they just didn't seem to care.
All right, we had our first little spill. Nothing too crazy.
Two things were kind of cool. One of the skaters we learned, she's planning on going to the Olympics for speed skating. And that was cool because I don't hang out with Olympic athletes that often. Second of all was one of the girls, she walked an hour and 40 minutes to come play with us each way. So that means she's gonna walk an hour and 40 minutes back home. And that was a crazy moment because, you know, I play rec league, beer league hockey. And if I have to drive 35, 45 minutes to a rink, I'm like, oh, it's so far away. And to consider walking somewhere an hour and 40 minutes to play with a bunch of strangers, it was a moment that caused me to sit and think. And I was like, I'm so sorry that you had to play with us because we're such a letdown.
Alex's team is called the Newborn Giraffes.
Oh, denied! Denied! How does that feel? Delete that.
It was a privilege to play with them. And what I learned too is that all of these kids had come to watch our games at the rink. And to see that kind of dedication, that like fandom for the sport was really cool. So we did a exchange at the end where we gave them equipment and sticks, and I gave my stick to one of the dudes. It was just a cool moment, particularly because like it was the youth. Like as one of the players had told me, that was the generation that's hopefully grows up playing in an actual program with actual, you know, equipment and teams they can play, and maybe they can travel one day. But more importantly, I suck at roller hockey.
Do you think you're good?
I'm you know, I know I'm a cocky guy, but I suck at this. I'm really bad at this. It's hard because you can't change direction quickly.